Hey folks, how you doing? I'm back with another video. So today we will talk about the FitBit Versa 3. Of course, I will leave the link to the product in the description below if you want to check it out. And with that being said, let's jump into the top 10 new things to know about the Versa 3. But first, what do we get in the box?
So folks, now let's see what we got in the box. So of course, we got the manual. We got one extra pair of straps. We got the watch itself, of course. You can see I've already updated it and I got my heartbeat and my steps and everything. And we got the charging cable. It is now a newer version of the charging cable. It is a quick charging cable now, but we will get to that later on in the video. So let's get to the first point. It is the first Fitbit with a built-in GPS. So if you use the GPS continuously, you get about 12 hours of battery life, which actually should be good enough for any activities during the day, assuming you charge your Fitbit enough before starting the activity. But beware to turn your GPS on or it will not track your movements or anything else during the exercise. So I tried a little bit of walking the other day and I went to the park and it is pretty precise. So that's the red line, is you can see where I went and I walked around and came back. So not too bad. Now let's get to the second part, the health metrics. Now these are things that you actually don't see on the watch itself, and therefore you have to open your phone's Fitbit app and go to the health metrics section. There we have it. And there we have all the health metrics. Now, right now, these health metrics are a part of the premium service, but Fitbit said that these metrics will be available for everyone for free at some time around the end of the year. Well, right now it's the middle of December and it's still not available for everyone. So I'm wondering when it will. But if you want to have premium features right now, you have to pay for it, and it will be for the monthly fees. For 1 month, the Fitbit Premium will be $9.99, and if you want to get it straight for a year, it will be $79.99. Okay. Now let's get to the metrics. So at first we have the breathing rate. I didn't really know why it didn't count. Now I'm having my watch on now for about a week and still don't know. I mean, the next part will the heart rate variability. The third part will be the skin temperature. I don't really know for what you need the skin temperature because I don't really care too much about that one. Now it tracked my oxygen saturation, the SpO2. So I didn't know why I didn't track all my other records, but okay. And for last, we have the resting heart rate. Now, I don't really think that these metrics are too necessary. If you want to have it, you have to pay for it. But just to let you know, these are the features that you get with the Premium Fit. Number 3. Now, let's get to the SpO2 features. First of all, you have to download an extra watch face in order to use this feature, which is terribly bad for all sorts of reasons. And you have to have this watch on while you're sleeping, which is not very comfortable. So SpO2 readings are only taken at night and only when they work. But if they do work, you can now see your nightly average oxygen level as a percentage. So I hope you see it good. I hope the camera is focusing. So as you can see, I have the 94% at night. I guess that's not too bad since you can go down to 8%. Unfortunately, there's no way to take a blood oxygen measurement on demand. Plus, you have to be a premium subscriber if you want to track it, if you want to track your oxygen level over time. Number 4, easy to change bands. The fourth thing to know about the Versa 3 is that you can now change bands with ease. Fitbit has designed a new band attachment mechanism which makes it much easier to change bands. In order to do so, you just have to push in the latch and it pops out. And if you want to attach it back onto it, you just put it back into the slot until you hear a little clicking noise. I don't know if you hear it, but there's a clicking noise. Oh, and by the way, they changed the band as well. It is now much softer than any of the older Fitbit bands. And they have a new way of fastening the band. Well, it looks kind of awkward at first, and you would think that it wouldn't feel so good because the end of the band is tucked under instead tucked over the rest of the band, but actually you don't really feel a difference. So let me show you right quick how it works. I hope you can see it good. You have to get used to it a little bit. It attaches to the watch magnetically on the backside of the watch, what kind of got normal with smartwatches these days, but there we have it. Now, this charging cable is capable of quick charging. With just 12 minutes of charging, you should get enough battery life for a full 24 hours. Now, don't forget that you have the always on display on, or you have turned your brightness all the way up, or you have other features turned on like GPS or something like that. And those features will drain your battery life, and yeah, it will affect the Fitbit negatively. Fitbit also says that charging the watch from 10% to 80% only takes about 40 minutes. Let's get to point number 6, the haptic button. The next thing to know about the Versa 3 is that there's no longer a physical button. Instead, there's now a haptic button, which I personally don't like as much, but anyways, once you press the new haptic button, it gives you a vibration feedback and it turns on the screen, just like that. They came up with this idea to improve the watch's water resistance. Now, let's get to the next point, the new Fitbit OS and some standards. So it looks much better and the colors are nicer. Also, when you swipe left, right, up, down, it feels really smooth and actually no lagging or anything, something like that. Well, if you swipe over to the right, you get to a little bit new dashboard. Now, if you swipe down, you get to your core stats, your advanced stats, the weather, and all kind of stuff. And all the way at the bottom, you can manage all of them. So you can either, if you have a little 2-second press on it, now work, now like this, you can swap them around, and all the way at the bottom, you can add some if you want to. So let's go back to the main screen. So if you swipe to the left, you get to the Amazon Alexa, the Today app, the exercises, your settings. Now let's start with the settings, I guess. So let's press it. Now the first one will be the display. So over here you can select the brightness. You can say dim, normal, max. I would always put mine on max, since that was the best way to read your clock face even when the sun is out and it's very bright outside. So that's just my suggestion. The next one will the screen wake. That's just a personal preference. You can either say it on button only or motion and button. So when you turn your wrist, it will activate and you will see the clock. And the next one will be the screen timer. So I have a delay on 60 seconds. The minimum is 8 seconds. The next one I really like is the always on display. Mine is always turned on because I always want to see the clock. I don't want to see, I don't know. It's just a personal preference. I just like it. So, but you must know it drains your battery life. So now go back once again. Let's get to the vibration and audio cues. Click it. So you can choose between a light and a strong vibration. So over here you can turn on or off your microphone. You always have to have it on if you want to use like something like the Google Assistant or Alexa Assistant. You can connect some Bluetooth devices like your earbuds or your headphones or something like that. And as the last one, you can manage your music controls and the on-risk calls, to which we will get later on a little bit. So let's go back again. Over here you have your go reminders, the quiet modes, so the do not disturb mode, the focus mode, the sleep mode, some shortcuts. You can say it on the top left, I want a widget, on the top right, bottom left, bottom right. You can do it, either you can do it over here, or you just give it 2 pressed, just like this. Just took a little longer. And now I got my 4 options, my 4 shortcuts. So let's go back, go to the settings, and as the last one, you have your voice assistant. So right now you can choose between Amazon Alexa voice assistant or the Google Assistant. The Google Assistant is not working quite well. So actually, it's not working at all, at least not in my country. So once I want to activate my Google Assistant, it always tells me just that it's not working over in my country, or my language is not available. So I'm waiting till that works. So that's why I'm stuck to the Alexa voice assistant. You can have some your Versa 3 base informations, and you can shut it down over here. Now let's click on exercises. So you have basically all the exercises you need. You have walk, workout, weights. You got bike, cycling, golf, hike. I don't know why golf is one, but it is actually. So just, oh, that's my notifications. So let's just say we want to go for a walk. Now it's looking for a GPS. Since I'm at home, it's not finding a GPS, but normally it will find one. And always check out that your GPS is turned on. Otherwise, it will not track anything. And if you want to start it, just click the middle button. Now it will load, and ta-da, it's tracking your time. It's also the time, the pace. It is tracking your average time, your below zone, so your heartbeat, your calories, steps, the time. Yeah, it is 2:30 in the morning, so it's quite late when I'm recording it. So that's it for the exercise. Now let's go back to the main screen once again. So if you swipe further to the right, you get your alarm, your timer, your relax, and the weather. Now relax might be something new. If you don't know, let me explain you right quick. You can basically choose between a timer between 1 minute and 10 minutes, and it will be something like a guided breathing session. So if you want to do like yoga in the mornings or Tai Chi or something like that, that might be something for you. And on the last side, you have Agenda, aka your calendar, your wallet. You'll find my phone option. So let us try that right quick. So if I want to find my phone, it's pretty loud. So, and the last one will be some clock faces that you can choose from. You can either do it on your watch, or you go to the FitBit app. You go to the FitBit Versa. You go clock faces. Then you go on all clocks. And over here, you have like hundreds from clock faces to choose from. So let's say I want to have this one. I say select all, install, and it only takes about a couple of seconds, not long. And let's wait a second, and there we have it. So start free trial. Yeah, I want it. So there it is. Now for point number 8, I want to talk to you about the Google and the Alexa Assistant and the internal microphone. But like I already told you, the Google Assistant is not working quite right in my country, since it only says that my country's, my region's language is not supported yet on the Versa 3. But your second option will always be the Amazon Alexa voice assistant. So you can do it either via the shortcut, or over here, I have it right there, the Alexa, and just ask her questions. How is the weather today?
Currently, in Karlsruhe, it's 4 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect snowy, rainy weather, with a high of 5 degrees and a low of 1 degree.
So there we have it. Of course, you can also turn off the microphone in your settings if you want to.
Now folks, let's get to point number 9, the on-wrist calls. Now Fitbit was advertising quite a bit with this feature, and it didn't work for the last, I don't know, like 2 months, but now it finally works like 3 days ago. So let me show you right quick. Let me call myself. So I am calling myself right now. Now you get 2 options. Of course, you can answer the call and you can refuse the call. So you can either do it on your watch if you want to. Now you see it's vibrating quite a bit. So let's say answer. Now it's connecting. So your phone always has to be close to your phone. So now you got a couple of options. You can turn down or up the volume if you want to, like this, and go back just swiping. Now you can mute yourself, of course. You can push the 3 dots down here. Now you can say phone. Now you can switch the call between your phone and between your smartwatch. Now it's set on a phone. If you want to have it back on your smartwatch, just press this button and it will be back to your smartwatch. And the last thing you can do, you can have the keypad as well, for whatever reason that is. And yeah, and red button. So those are all the features you get with the on-wrist calls. And let's get to the next point.
With that being said, that's it for the Fitbit Versa 3. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. It would really help this channel grow. So that's it. See you the next time. Bye bye.